16, 16, 16, 16. Nice, here we go. Cat, ban yourself. Time yourself out. Time yourself out. What do you mean you think I'll pick up? You're supposed to be the nice one. You're supposed to be the nice one. Well, that was rude. Okay. All right. It's fine. It's fine. We're locking in. We're locking in. We're locking in. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. How bad could it be? Okay, if I know my boys, and I'm pretty sure I do, there's gonna be a wheel involved and I'm gonna hate it. Okay, I'm just gonna lock in. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. There's nothing I can do about it now. There's nothing I can do about it now, right? Okay, it's fine. It's fine. Don't give them any ideas, Shallow. Don't give them any ideas, Manat. Okay, all right, whatever. Guys, I just want to say my anniversary is March 26th, okay? I don't know why they picked 4-4. I would never pick 4-4 as an anniversary date. Love you, Mira. Love you. Okay, I'm locking in. Okay, this is World Underneath Chapter 16th, which I have no idea what this is. So let's see. Okay, I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in. I'm gonna lock in. If you guys have any information about my birthday stream, please let me know. I take anonymous tips. Okay, just get me the information. If you guys hear anything, from anyone, if there's any secret discords going around, please let me know. I will not pay for information because I don't do that, because I'm El Cheapo, but I will pay in love and affection, even though I'm not really good at affection either. But yeah, just hit me up if you hear anything from the guys. Okay? Anyways, I'm locking in now. I've said my piece. I'm locking in now. Chapter 1. Scientific observation log. Okay, no, I can't. There's gonna be a wheel. There's gonna be a wheel, isn't there? G, are you listening? J? Cat? Is there gonna be a wheel? Are you guys here? Is there gonna be a wheel? Hello? Hello? 4-4 for the 4 years of streaming. Wow, yeah, only an asshole can think of that, right? Maybe you're gonna be in a wheel this time? What does that even mean, Hannah? What does that even mean, Hannah? What does that even mean, Hannah? What the fuck does that even mean, Hannah? Like, I'm the wheel? I'm listening. Is there gonna be a wheel involved, G? Can you just give us a little more detail? I was told they're doing ping pong balls. What? What? Ping pong balls? Like what does that even mean? Maybe you're gonna be in a wheel? Like cosplay? Like I'm gonna cosplay a wheel? You know what? We should, no, forget it. We should stop talking about it because I feel like we're giving them ideas, right? I feel like we're giving them ideas. Let's stop. Maybe it's not even that bad and like we're making it worse. All right. Like running in a wheel like a hamster? Like you think they're gonna get me a human-sized Listen, G is a broke PhD student, okay? And J is a broke PhD student, and G shares a tiny New York City apartment. I don't think they're gonna invest in a life-size human hamster wheel, okay? No. And you know what? I don't want to talk about this anymore because I think Jay would actually love that idea. So let's not give them free ideas. Okay, I'm locking in. Forget it. I don't want to give them free ideas. Okay. Yeah, Hannah, you are diabolical. Hannah, that is evil. Okay, I'm not giving them any more ideas. Let's move. Stop, Alice, you're challenging them. Okay, you're right. I just can't focus right now. Now I'm all rattled. No, I'm not. I'm a rock. She's a rock. Okay. Yeah, I'm a rock. Okay, sorry. Locking in. Deep breaths. Okay. Let me see. I'm locking in. Guys, after you guys see this anniversary stream, you guys will understand why I fear them. Okay? You guys will understand. You guys, those of you guys who are new to the stream might think I'm overreacting. But when you guys witness firsthand, you'll see that I'm just reacting. I might be underreacting. Okay, I'm locking in. Chapter 1, Scientific Observation Log. I guess it's Chapter 16. Chapter 16. Yeah, Chapter 16. Subchapter 1, Scientific Observation Log. Excavation site, Northern Forest of Lincoln City. Recorder, Shaylin. Who is Shaylin? Excuse me. Survey date, something 2034. Weather. Clear. Excavation process and key findings. Ooh, I ate too fast. Major discovery. This record may serve as crucial reference material if I ultimately fail to escape from here. I implore whoever finds this journal to deliver it to the Evil Special Task Force. Ooh. If I ultimately fail to escape from here. Sorry, I'm trying to put the pieces together of like who this could be, but I don't know. Who could this be? Okay, whatever. Assistant's note. The date entry is illegible due to water damage. The notebook primarily contains cursive writing and shorthand symbols, suggesting Professor Shaylin recorded these notes in haste. Oh, okay. It's the writer. Recorder is Shaylin. Professor Shaylin. Okay. After careful analysis, I've compiled the following summary of the journal's contents. Wander report, 3 p.m., Northern Forest of Lincoln City. High risk level, animal type wanderer, cheetah-like. Ooh. Observation log. I am currently in a space beyond ordinary human comprehension, described as follows. 1. Ruins of what appears to be an unknown civilization's remains? Unknown civilization's remains. Okay, my mind immediately went to Xavier because aliens. Tree branches growing wild through rock crevices. An unidentified celestial body hovering. Okay, again, Xavier, because celestial. Body hovering in the near sky, seemingly within reach, like a massive moon. Notes, during combat, just as I was about to deliver the final blow to the Wanderer, it vanished into a crack that appeared out of nowhere. My forward momentum carried me through, and a mysterious gravity vortex pulled me into the massive fissure. After the intense vertigo subsided, a mysterious alternate dimension materialized before my eyes. For a moment, I thought I was hallucinating, or had crossed into the afterlife, or perhaps even jumped to some unknown timeline. Before I could process these thoughts, the Wanderer suddenly appeared behind me with a deafening roar. It doesn't matter what this place was, I had to eliminate it immediately. Fortunately, my evolve remained functional in this alternate space. Using what was at hand, I grabbed stones from the ground and hurled them with all my might. Is that your evolve? Throwing rocks? 'Cause that's lame. One of my boyfriends can manipulate gravity. Okay. Under the successive impacts, its body gradually transformed into particles, rapidly dissipating into the air. Assistant's note. Professor Shaylin's evol involves physical enhancement, allowing instantaneous amplification of her strength. Okay, fine. She is one of the rare archaeologists in Lincoln's academic community capable of conducting solo missions. Okay, fine. In the real world, wanderers always escape through rifts just before defeat, reappearing seconds later as if immortal, but this time it seemed to truly vanish. Did I finally eliminate it? Unfortunately, I had no time for further exploration of the alternate space. Almost immediately after the Wanderer's complete defeat, the rift pulled me back to the real world, right to the same forest where I'd lost consciousness. What exactly was all this? Outstanding questions. How does the alternate space manifest spontaneously? Yeah, I don't know. I'd like to know. 2, its relationship with the Wanderers. Yeah. 3, why does physical time there synchronize with real world time? Yeah. 4, what serves as the key for free access to this space? 5, can the alternate space be utilized for permanent wanderer elimination? These are all great. These are all fantastic questions. Are we gonna get the answer though? I don't know. Chapter 2, new theory. Excavation site, Polar Glacier number 4. What was the excavation site before? It was the Northern Forest? Yeah. Okay, recorder Shaylin, we still don't have the full date, but it's the first of a month that we do not know. Weather is overcast. Excavation, process and key findings. Wanderer report 3 a.m. Why is it 3 a.m. again? Is it always 3 a.m.? Was it 3 a.m. this time too? I thought it was 3 a.m. last time. Oh no, 3 p.m. Last time was 3 p.m. This time it's 3 a.m. Ice valley between polar mountain ranges, extreme risk level, humanoid type wanderer, non-sentient? As anticipated, the alternate space appeared again. Mission objectives. The primary mission is to explore the geographical environment of the alternate space. To this end, I've brought protofield monitors, hazardous life form detectors, and essential survival supplies to investigate human viability in this space. Based on previous experience, the alternate space will close after the Wanderer's complete dissipation, and the rift will return outsiders to the real world. This humanoid-type wanderer appears in the mountain depths. The immediate priority is to avoid it and maximize exploration opportunities. Oh, she's crazy. She's playing with her life. Okay. I respect the research. Assistant's note. The handwriting in this entry is notably steady, suggesting Professor Shaylin wrote this in relatively secure conditions. Breakthrough discovery. Everything in the alternate space exists as physical matter, not an illusion. So everything's real? I tested this by drinking from a mountain spring and sampling wild fruit from the trees. Remarkably, both proved consumable. Okay, but is it actually consumable? Or are you like in a Inception kind of world and like you just think that you're consuming it? You know what I mean? The resulting sensation of satiation is undeniably real. Assistant's note. Water damage has destroyed parts of this page. Only portions of the notes remain legible. I've developed a new hypothesis. Field experience indicates that the physical dimensions of explored alternate spaces correlate with the different species and specifications of wanderers. I mean, I guess that makes sense, yeah? This humanoid type wanderer proves far more dangerous than the previous animal type, and its escape route led to an alternate space vastly larger than any I've studied before. I believe there exists a positive correlation between the size of planetary protofield and how powerful the wanderer is. Spaces and the wanderer's power levels. I should have gone into STEM, guys. I could have done science. To gather supporting data, I've used my equipment to record comprehensive measurements of the entire geographical environment. Notes. I carry this work journal everywhere, sometimes treating it more like a personal diary. Should any colleagues accidentally stumble upon my occasional ramblings, please exercise selective oversight. For instance, as I write this final entry, I'm sitting alone in a clearing of the ice valley below the mountain's main peak. The frigid mountain winds strike my face, bringing unprecedented clarity to my thoughts. Is she gonna write, like, tell my mom I love her? I can't help but contemplate some mystifying questions. If wanderers can escape into protofields, could it be that their victims aren't truly dead, but have escaped to some place we've yet to discover? Perhaps one day I'll find them. Outstanding issues. Must initiate new research expedition immediately. I can't wait any longer. Assistant's notes. The notes end here. According to existing documentation, Professor Shaylin reached the following conclusion in her subsequent research report. Wanderers in reality escape to an alternate space when near defeat. Pursuers can follow through these rifts to eliminate them permanently. As the first discoverer, Professor Shaylin termed this alternate space protofield. This makes a lot of sense, actually. Oh, okay. It's all clicking together now. We go into protofields to destroy the wanderers permanently. Okay, yeah, okay, it's clicking. It's clicking. Wait, why is there another entry? I thought she died there. Because she said it was her last entry. I thought she died. Chaos and rebirth. Oh, like death and pregnancy? Protofield number 1012. Recorder Shaylin. Survey date. Ooh. So she might still be alive. Cloudy. Assistant's note. The date entry shows signs of modification. Upon examination, it appears to be the date of the Chrono Rift catastrophe. The handwriting is extremely erratic, suggesting Professor Shaylin wrote this in a highly disoriented state, possibly causing temporal confusion. Excavation process and key findings. Guys, the background music is not helping. I mean, it is, but it's like I'm on the edge of discovering something big, you know? Wander report, 1 p.m. Desert region, possible intelligentsia. Possible intelligentsia type wander detected, unconfirmed. So this is going to be like an even stronger protofield, right? Observation log, new protofield discovered with the following characteristics. 1. Habitable climate with abundant geological resources. 2. Infrastructure remarkably similar to real-world settlements. 3. Vast expanse extending beyond visible limits, suggesting massive spatial dimensions. 4. Signs of previous habitation? Evidence of past occupancy? Could it be from, like, a human that was trapped in the protofield? How long can you live in one? Assistant's note. Multiple black lines were drawn under the 4th observation point for emphasis. This suggests Professor Shaylin was experiencing significant emotional turmoil at the time. Experimental plan. I've decided to conduct a new experiment within this protofield. Previously explored protofields would automatically close after a certain period following a wanderer's elimination, like some predetermined system protocol, with the rift forcibly returning any entrance to reality. But this time, I've waited an entire day without being expelled. This place must be special. Even now, I maintain my belief that those who appeared to be killed by wanderers might still be alive, waiting eternally to be found in some protofield. This is crazy, guys. I'm getting goosebumps. This is crazy. Assistant's note. The experiment purpose section has been torn out cleanly, with even fold lines suggesting deliberate removal by Professor Shaylin rather than external damage. Experiment log. Experiment duration 1 month. brought supplies, barely sustained basic needs. Wait, so she was in a proto-field for a whole month? During this period, I actually took up residence in proto-field 1012. More specifically, I established a campsite using a portable tent and began living here. Using primitive resources available in the space, such as stones and fallen timber, I managed to create fires for cooking, maintaining basic living conditions. The research equipment was extremely heavy, but thanks to my evol, I could carry it for ongoing material analysis. The protofield's energy signature differs completely from Earth's, showing striking similarities to Wanderer energy patterns instead. Could Wanderer interference be affecting my readings? Is this why I can't find them? I can't determine who left these signs of habitation. The experiment continues, but I'm running out of medication. Shit. The hallucinations have begun. Okay, so I don't think we can take anything that she says after this as fact. As factual, right? Because she's hallucinating now. The hell? Assistant's note. The next 2 paragraphs are nearly indecipherable, with words intertwined like a mixture of drawing and code. Initial analysis suggests one line reads, "Science can resurrect the dead." Yeah, she's gone, guys. She's gone. Yeah, no, we're done here. She's done here. Until she can get more meds, she's done here, guys. Science can resurrect the dead. However, this requires verification from handwriting experts. The writing becomes progressively clearer. Afterwards, suggesting Professor Shaylin regained lucidity. I dreamed of Chadwick and Queenie again. Who and who? Chadwick and Queenie again? They've refused to visit my dreams for so long. Perhaps they're still angry I couldn't get home earlier that day. Shit, you know what this means? I think this means Chadwick and Queenie, obviously somebody important to her, people important to her, probably were taken away by Wanderers, and she's made it her life mission to find out if they're still alive, trapped in one of these proto-fields. Shit. If that's not it, then somebody should write that fan fiction. They were just as they always were. Chadwick cooking in the kitchen, Queenie doing her math homework in the living room. She should be learning multiplication and division now. It was supposed to be my turn to pick Queenie up from school that day, but work needed overtime and I couldn't make it. That senseless catastrophe destroyed everyone's lives. Lincoln City's transportation system had completely collapsed. I rushed back as fast as I could, but they were gone. The neighbors told me they vanished, along with the Wanderer. I searched for so long but never found them. But now, there's hope. Outstanding issues. This attempt has failed as well, but I won't give up. Assistant's note, the following page has been torn out, suggesting additional unfinished content. However, according to information provided by the Institute, Professor Shaylin was ultimately returned to reality by the rift. So Chadwick and Queenie were probably her husband and kid. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about this one, right? Because I kind of feel like everything is personal, and like if it's not personal, you might not have this level of drive or passion for it, right? But at the same time, I also think that there's a level of professionalism that would be compromised based on her personal vested interest in this, right? So I'm not saying that like all the research she's done should be dismissed, but there should be a grain of salt taken when reviewing her research, because she is researching through the lens of hope. If that, like, hopefully that made sense to you guys. Made sense to me. I understood what I meant. Okay. 4. Beyond Solution. Excavation site, Lincoln City Streets. Recorder, Shaylin. Ooh, 2 years later. Weather clear. Excavation process and key findings. After the last research expedition, my condition deteriorated. For a long time, I lacked the strength to embark on new journeys. Years of intensive work had finally taken their toll, leaving me weaker than ever before. After discovering my regular medication use, the Institute suggested I take a leave of absence. I accepted everything. Gradually, even the medication stopped helping me sleep, and my lucid moments grew rare. I spent most days in a fog. The Institute has given up on me, and so has my intellect. I have nothing left, yet I still believe in what I believe. I'm just waiting for the right moment. Assistant's note. Professor Shaylin's tone shifts notably in the later half of this entry. Perhaps she was hoping someone would discover this journal. I will faithfully document all of her explorations. When my consciousness grows hazy, I often treat this work journal as a diary, leaving behind scattered, incoherent sentences. Once, upon waking, I found I had filled an entire title page with the same sentence. That night, I had apparently written the same question over and over. Has science abandoned me too? Damn. This is some, evil genius kind of, villain's background story, whatever. This is sad. I thought this question would remain forever unanswered, yet the response came surprisingly soon. What I'm about to tell you might sound like drunken ramblings, but please, believe me, I'm more lucid now than I've ever been. That's exactly what I tell people when I'm drunk, yo, I'm not drunk, I'm as sober as I've ever been. Last night, walking home alone, my strength failed me. Dizzy and disoriented, I had to rest on a street bench. My arm began to itch, and upon closer inspection, I found a wanderer the length of my index finger. Okay, that's small. It was as small as a beetle, utterly unthreatening. At first, I dismissed it, casually brushing it aside, but as it fled in panic, a rift hidden behind it materialized before my eyes. It was actually a wanderer. I could hardly believe what I was seeing. Just like my first time entering a protofield, I stared, transfixed, extending my index finger towards the fist-sized vortex of chaotic energy. This seed-sized wanderer opened a true doorway for me, and as I was pulled into the protofield, I found myself instantly transported to the infinite cosmos. How is that possible? Because in the beginning she said, the stronger the wanderer, the more advanced the protofield, right? Infinite cosmos sounds very advanced, no? Or is it the opposite? Are we saying infinite cosmos is not advanced because you can't find food or shelter or water here? I don't know. All of existence dwelled within that tiny rift. All of existence? Okay, it sounds pretty... Okay, she's nuts, right? Because the wanderer should be super weak because it's super small, but the protofield contains all of existence. Like glimpsing an ocean within a single droplet of water. Before I could process it all, I felt a gentle touch on the back of my hand. When I turned around, there was Chadwick, unchanged, as if time had frozen around him. Let's go. Queenie got out of school early today. She's waiting for us at home, I heard him say with a smile. Outstanding issues. Now we can return to the universe together. I'm sorry I kept you waiting for so long. Oh no, guys, she went crazy. Assistant's note. Here, Professor Shaylin's work journal ends abruptly with her personal effects found abandoned on a remote mountainside. Too many questions remain unanswered. For instance, if these events truly occurred, Professor Shaylin should now be residing in the mysterious protofield she described. So when did she write this entry? If this was merely a delusion brought on by her discontinued medication, then no one can explain how her backpack traveled overnight from the streets of Lincoln City to mountains. If this was merely a delusion brought on by her discontinued medication, then no one can explain how her backpack traveled overnight from the streets of Lincoln City to mountains hundreds of miles away, nor where she herself has gone. From that day forward, no one has ever seen her again. Appendix. From Professor Shaylin's assistant, personal profile of Professor Shaylin. Shaylin, 1997 to 2036. Research Fellow at the Lincoln Architectural Society. 2019 to 2034. She joined the Deepspace Academy in 2034, where she introduced the groundbreaking academic concept of protofields. That same year, she joined the Lincoln Academy of Sciences and continued her field research on protofields. Mysteriously disappeared in early 2036 without a trace, the Deepspace Academy has awarded Professor Shaylin its Lifetime Achievement Honor Award. We will never forget her contributions, and may she reunite with her family among the stars. So the easiest and most obvious explanation is she went crazy, okay? Like, the most logical explanation is just she stopped taking her meds. People, like, her family is dead. She's, like, looking for them. She's depressed, obviously. She's lost her job. She's lost everything. She's cuckoo, right? So that's, like, the easiest, most sensible explanation, right? But then there were two things that weren't able to be explained, and one was how her backpack with this notebook, I'm assuming, was found hundreds of miles in the mountains away from Lincoln. But I mean, like, no, like, she could have changed the date, right? Like, she could have changed the date in the, like technically she could be on Lincoln one night, okay? And then, like, she could have been in Lincoln for 10 days, but, like, we don't know when they found the backpack. We don't know when they found the notes, right? The diary, the journal, whatever. She could have just dated it one day. Like, that could have explained it. I don't know. What was the, If these events truly occurred, Professor Shaylin should now be residing in the mysterious protofield she described. So when did she write this entry? Yeah! Like, if she's living in the protofield, her notebook and backpack shouldn't have been able to find a way out without her, right? You know what I mean? Another thing that gives me pause is she said that Chadwick didn't age a day, right? Chadwick unchanged, as if time had frozen around him. Like, that's another thing. Like, does being in a protofield make you younger? Like, I don't know, because it's like a different timeline. Like, does time freeze? I don't know. Okay, okay, let me... Hi, Adri, how's it going? Hi. What is HC? What does HC stand for? My HC is that she stepped into another timeline. if she stepped into another timeline, how did this notebook and her backpack end up in this timeline, right? Like, how did she leave her journal with her backpack near the mountains, hundreds of miles away from Lincoln? That's the question, right? If she stepped into a different timeline. Head canon. Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't know. This one's interesting. Like, obviously, I want it to be true, and obviously, I want her to find her husband and kid, her family, right? But yeah, something's not adding up. Like, I am an N, right? I'm not an S, so it's not inconceivable to me that this could happen, right? But I guess I would just need a little bit more proof. Okay, let's go to the next one. Let's go to the next one. Maybe the next one will give us some answers. Okay, the next one is 17. Perfect. So hopefully, maybe 17 will be tied to this, because that, hold on. Ooh, do I get a reward? Oh, 50, sorry. I'm so excited now that I have diamonds, because now I know, like, I have to pull for stuff now, right? So now I get so excited for these. Some kind of wormhole? Maybe. Oh! I had a tough weekend because my PC wasn't turning on. I was trying to fix it since Friday after stream and just managed to do it. I am mentally exhausted. Girl, you are better than me. Like, as a fellow streamer, I know how stressful that is. And, like, I had computer issues last year too, and I can't fix shit. Like, I can't even fix dinner, right? So G, J, Cat, Shallow, like, basically all the guys in my chat at one point has played tech support for me. But, like, you know, you fixed it yourself. I'm proud of you. You are ahead of, well, me. I'm glad that you fixed it, though. So stressful. JHP, are you flirting with Jay? Is he even here? I don't even know if he's here. Like, you're flirting with yourself. LOL, yes, welcome to us diamond collector girls. Yeah, 50 diamonds is really nothing, though, now that I know how much it takes to pull. I can't even fix dinner is hilarious. I mean, it's hilarious, but kind of sad because it's true, you know? Yeah, right, Jay. Okay, whatever. He's not Jesus. All right? Holy. Okay, guys. This is... What is this? This is... Oh, the last one was called Utopian Roamer. Utopian Roamer. Because Utopia is where her family is. Damn. Okay, this one is called Lincoln Online, Chapter 17. Chapter 17, Lincoln Online. Okay. That last one kind of creeped me out a little bit. Because, like, yeah, it creeped me out a little bit. Like, sometimes, like, I don't like time travel. I don't like, alternate universes or, like, any of that because it makes me think, like, is there a happy Alice somewhere that, like, loves her job and, like, is already married with, like, her 4th kid on the way or, like, her 4th kid already here? You know what I mean? Like, maybe there's, like, maybe I'm living in the wrong timeline. You know, I don't like thinking about that stuff. Anyways, that's just me. Like, maybe she's rich, married, 4 kids already, and, like, you know, not miserable. Okay. Whew. 1. Optimization log. Okay, it sounds more lighthearted based on the music. Optimization notice. Dear Lincoln citizens, to enhance the gaming experience for all citizens, Lincoln City is committed to optimizing Lincoln Online. We wish you a happy life in Lincoln City. Optimization details version 1.4.2 update. 1. Added the new interaction. Just one taste? During cooking. optimize the hunter combat system. For greater immersion, we removed the HP bar above wonders and stopped showing damage as numbers. 3. Add a new daily interaction when opening packages. Citizens may now find bubble wrap, which can be used with the pinch interaction. Okay. Version 1.3.1 update 1. Fix an issue where characters couldn't use their phones while using restroom. Hey, that's pretty realistic. 2. Fix the elevator interaction logic. When the overloaded alarm sounds, stepping out and then back in now has a chance to let you use it successfully. The hell? That's very detailed oriented, actually. You can step out and step back in, and okay. 3. Optimize the stock market system. There's a stock market in this game? That's crazy. Optimize the stock market system. Citizens can no longer preview 15 days of price changes before buying. Investment carries risks. Proceed with caution. Version 1.2.0 update 1. Fix an issue where tongues wouldn't stick to poles in winter. What kind of game is this? Now, using the lick metal pole action below -5 degrees Celsius may cause your tongue to be stuck. 2. Added a new personal hygiene system interaction. Wash bangs only? Why the hell would I only wash my bangs? Why would I just not wash my whole head? Huh? 2. Virtuality. Lincoln City, 1:35:29 p.m. When Sawyer wakes up, his head feels heavy and fuzzy. You're finally awake? What is that? Is it a mark or wrinkle on your forehead? In the adjacent cubicle, Aubrey, who also seems to have dozed off, sets a pair of thick glasses on his nose and gently kicks Sawyer's calf. Our lunch break is over. Time to get back to testing. Got it. Sawyer rubs a spot on his forehead that has a faint line and sighs. More testing. For the past few years, whenever he went home for Lincoln New Year's, his relatives would casually brush off his countless quality assurance sessions and feedback reports as simply playing games and writing some reviews. Dude, I would love, I think I would love, like, not that I'm a hardcore gamer or anything like that, but I would love to do quality assurance and feedback reports for lads, you know? I don't think I'm qualified to do that for League. During the first couple of years, he tried to explain that he was a Q&A specialist, not a gamer. I mean, you can be both. And that his work was hardly for fun. Instead, he must identify potential problems. Yeah, quality assurance jobs are not fun. Not that I've done it, but like, I can't imagine it being fun. You're just like checking for, I guess it's kind of like auditing. Instead, he must identify potential problems like lag, crashes, or clunky controls. These are crucial issues that could make or break a game. No one listened, of course. By the third year, he prepared a perfect script to counter all the misunderstandings in a self-deprecating way before he went home. Yeah, that's me. I'm just a guy who plays games all day. Yo, I would love to be paid to play games all day. Actually, that's why I stream. Yeah. Hey, don't feel bad about your job, man. People be dreaming. Your job is some people's dreams. Sure, writing feedback is pointless. Anyone can do it. But no one caught his sarcastic tone that's sad. But no one caught his sarcastic tone or noticed that he had given up on trying. Maybe he's telling it wrong. Maybe it's his tone. Maybe his tone is wrong. Sawyer, when is your company putting out a new game? Yeah, your nephew is still playing Adventure Above Clouds from last year. Can you just load some in-game currency onto his account? Adventure Above? Oh, a new title. He suddenly felt defeated before he even before he had even begun talking. I'm on the team for our upcoming game, Lincoln Online. It'll be officially released this year. So which is better, the clouds or that Lincoln whatever your company is making? Rude. For a moment, Sawyer feels like he's dealing with a reporter who set a trap and he's been forced into the role of Planet Labs spokesperson. These two games are in different genres in terms of gameplay, so you really can't compare them. He scratches his head. Then he can't help himself and adds, but since I'm involved in making Lincoln Online, I feel more attached to it. So, what do? Fight monsters or something? How much do you have to pay to reach the level cap? Oh my god, these people are so rude. Sawyer's jaw drops. Then he's quiet. He cradles his rice bowl and turns away to focus on eating. There's an NDA. One word and I'm fired. Oh my god, this is just like the people who are like, oh, you play Love in Deepspace? That's a Gooner game. Okay, yeah, but there's a lot more to it. Pisses me off, man. Oh, I never want to do QA for a video game ever again. His complaint yanks Sawyer back to reality. This complaint yanks Sawyer back to reality. He removes his hologram headset and agrees. Yeah, I'm sick of testing the hunter profession too. What's wrong with being a hunter? Taking down wanderers is cool and exciting. I'd love to do it. I mean, my girlfriend is a hunter. Who's he talking to? Is this one of my boyfriends? Who's he talking to? Probably just a coworker? Okay. Once the second beta test starts, maybe I can invite her to see what needs tweaking. Sawyer is at a loss. I thought about it too, but the downside to a fully immersive holographic game is that it feels too real. There wasn't a heroic hunter jumping in to save me when a wanderer charged at me for the first time. I was scared and just fell on my knees, and then realized I was the hunter. The hell? You can't turn off the haptic feedback when playing as a hunter. Those hits hurt like hell. Sawyer slumps back in his chair and shakes his head. Sigh. I've been working inside this game for 2 weeks straight. Aubrey nods sympathetically. Oh, was it Aubrey? So Aubrey's girlfriend. We really should swap professions. My girlfriend is amazing at fighting wanderers. She even... Wait, Aubrey has a girlfriend? Guys, I just want to be very clear. I am very pro LGBTQ plus whatever. Like do whatever you want, love whoever you want. I don't care. I'm just surprised because this is a Chinese game. This is very open-minded for China. Okay, proud of them. Anyways. We really should swap professions. My girlfriend is amazing at fighting wanderers. She even taught me a few moves. Aubrey slowly reaches out and brushes Sawyer's hair out of the way a couple times. A chill races through Sawyer's body as he rolls his chair back 3 meters. What are you doing? Oh, I was just testing to see if I'd clip through you. Aubrey snaps out of it and pulls back his hand? Aubrey snaps out of it and pulls back his hand? Aubrey snaps out of it and pulls back Sawyer's hand? Aubrey snaps out of it and pulls back... What are you doing? Pulls back his hand. Wait, is Aubrey a guy? Aubrey snaps out of it and pulls... Slowly reaches out and brushes... Is Aubrey a guy? Aubrey is a female name. Alright, I mean, I guess this makes more sense with the LGBTQ thing. Okay, forget it. Alright, whatever. Yeah, Aubrey is a female name, if anybody from Infold is watching. Confusing, okay? Thank goodness there are still bugs in the game world. Without them, I wouldn't know where I am. Keep your voice down. Don't let the programmers or artists hear you praising bugs. Sawyer slowly returns to his desk. The game has quest windows and dialogue boxes and stuff. Reality doesn't have any of that. So how would you get confused? Promise not to think I'm crazy, okay? Right now, I see quest windows in this world. Aubrey's expression is earnest and tinged with urgency. His eyes gleam behind those thick lenses. Sawyer's mind races. He can't decide whether to urge Aubrey to take a long break or to visit a therapist. Before he can figure out what to say, a wide grin appears on Aubrey's face. Man, you thought I was serious? Aubrey looks a little too excited and gives Sawyer's shoulder a strong slap. Then he lowers his voice. I'll prank our team leader with this later. Do you think she'll swap our tasks? Lincoln Online, 10:27:42 a.m. In the upper left, a beam of particles carves out a floating panel. Shimmering cyan patterns form a semi-transparent grid. Tiny glowing dots flicker and transform into text as each piece of information appears. Oh wait, guys, I just thought of something. You guys remember how I'm Alpha Beauty and how we played with Xavier? Does this have anything to do with that? You know, like maybe this is I don't think this is the video game that they were playing, because I remember her putting Xavier on support. So it was probably like a league-like type of game, but maybe this has something to do with that. I don't know. New status, interview successful. Congratulations, Sawyer has joined the Planet Lab game studio. Please head to the company for orientation. Ooh, so you switched games. Quest update, complete orientation training, 0 out of 1. Read company guidelines, 0 out of 1. After putting the email back into the inbox at the top left corner, the chibi character labeled QA Sawyer, cute! I want a chibi character labeled QA Alice. I don't want to do QA, but it's fine. Walks into the orientation meeting room with an armful of documents. The presenter labeled Team Leader has 2 thick, glossy braids that project confidence and energy. Please share your career aspirations. My career aspirations is just to get paid and go home. A dialogue box pops up above the team leader's head. This classic prompt is meant to fire up the passion of Planet Lab's new hires. As the microphone hovers near Sawyer's lips, he raises his right arm and clenches his fists. I want to create a game that will shake the universe. The text above his head is 1.5 times larger than the team leader's and trembles with excitement. Well, damn. Lincoln City, 11:07:34 a.m. I want to create a game that will shake the universe. As Sawyer guides his in-game character to say these words, he also hears an echo from the first time he joined Planet Lab. His own youthful, slightly unsure voice overlaps with the game system voice. Distorted by electronic filters, it resounds in his mind. Ever since then, Sawyer began his journey of working inside the game. After swapping duties with Aubrey and jumping into cross-role testing, he soon submits his first round of feedback reports. For him, testing as a QA specialist is easier than testing other roles. Inside the game, all he has to do is get up like he normally does. Take the 30-minute subway ride, grab a life-saving iced Americano downstairs, clock in, and sit down at his workstation for the day. During this process, the only things that break his immersion are the bugs or areas that need improvement. After all, in a fully immersive holographic game, the ultimate goal is making players forget they're in a game. Oh shit. Info does a great job of that because some people believe that the love interests are real. Once he submits a few feedback reports, he notices the virtual world grows more convincing. When he hides the quest panel in the corner, everything feels so familiar that it's almost unsettling. QA Sawyer joins the Lincoln Online development team, and the colleague in the next cubicle is still QA Aubrey. Even the office layout and the old computer he once used remained unchanged. So this is what Aubrey meant by exactly the same as real life. The noodle revolution? Like ramen? Lincoln City, 2:46:03 a.m. By the time he submits his new round of feedback reports, it's already morning. Early morning, to be exact. The office hums only with the central air conditioning and the sporadic typing of a few colleagues doing overtime. Sawyer nudges Aubrey, who's still wearing sensors and engrossed in fighting wanderers. It's almost 3 in the morning. Quit hunting and go home. Aubrey hesitates for a moment, the hologram gear still on his head. He's clearly not happy about being disrupted. Oh, disturbed. What's there to worry about? I'm a hunter now. You're the one who should be careful. I heard there are lots of wanderers lurking in the shadows tonight. You're not really a hunter though, Sawyer teases. But my girlfriend is. She said she'll pick me up, so I'm safe. That's kind of adorable. Guys, that's kind of adorable. Around the corner downstairs. Oh my god, wait, is his girlfriend someone we know? Is it Tara? Is his girlfriend someone we know? Simone? Oh my god, what if? That would actually be so cute. Around the corner downstairs, a street light bathes the area in a warm glow. A sweetness drifts on the breeze. In the distance, a hunched figure slightly straightens their posture and hesitates. Moments later, the sizzle of heated peanut oil crackles through the air. White steam rises gently under the warm light. When Sawyer approaches, the vendor is scraping the grilled cold noodles up with a small metal spatula and packing them into a yellow paper bowl. Working late again, dear? The vendor's smile carves lines into her already well-worn face. Here you go. Egg and sausage, no cilantro. Who are you, Caleb? No cilantro, and no green onions. I love cilantro. Thanks. He takes the bowl and starts walking away. He then seems to recall something and returns after a few steps. Ma'am, I heard there are a lot of wanderers around now. It's not safe to be out at night. You should go home soon. He watches her push the cart into the distance and feels a little more at ease. He's been a regular at this little stall for a long time now. For 2 years and 3 months, he buys noodles here whenever he leaves work at these ungodly hours. Why do I feel like something bad's gonna happen to her now? Hopefully not, because the music is still light. This is his quiet way of thanking the vendor. In a way, the major version update of Lincoln Online owes something to that noodle vendor. Back then, Sawyer had only been on the development team for 6 months. He tested all sorts of playable roles. The game's career system had a lot of depth, but he never expected that after being a university president for 1 week, he would become a noodle vendor right after. What? At first, he frequented the stall partly to observe the old woman in secret. While she worked, he would imagine the in-game scenario. Customer A is placing order. 2 eggs, 1 sausage, 0 cilantro, 0 green onion. Noodles are being prepared. Add egg, add sausage. Cooking complete. Transaction complete. Money +8. The whole process was perfect. Just when he was feeling smug, the vendor lifted a paper bag in front of him. Her voice is loud and clear. Dear, why are you staring off into space? 2 eggs and a sausage, no cilantro and no green onion, right? Take it while it's hot, dumbass. Why you spacing out here? As she handed him the noodles, he mechanically scanned the QR code to pay and headed back to the office. He blows on the greasy paper bag. His imagined scenario never happened. Customers don't need a rigid quest-like ordering process each time. The vendor remembers some regulars' preferences. He included this small observation in his feedback report without expecting it to spur a huge overhaul of Lincoln Online. For more than 6 months, the entire development team has worked overtime to implement the dynamic quest system. From now on, NPC behavior no longer relies on player choice done in a single instance. Instead, it adapts to patterns and past inputs of the interaction. In this city, no one's words or actions feel mechanical anymore. Sometimes, even Sawyer forgets these people are just lines of code. That's how I felt about Silas last week. Lincoln City and Lincoln Online changes dramatically. Countless people will live and die here, generation after generation, as they seek the universe's boundaries and the world's truth. In the end, they discover that at the edge of all existence lies a humble serving of noodles. Great, now I want noodles. Thanks for that. Thanks for that. 4. The Old Tale. Lincoln City, 12:57, 19 p.m. Sawyer has nearly finished testing the game QA specialist profession. He feels as if he had gone through another intense development cycle with the Lincoln Online team, but from inside the game. Tomorrow, he'll bid farewell to QA Sawyer and begin testing a new role. What's there to miss? It's exactly like your real life. Aubrey can't resist mocking him. I'm the one who should feel sentimental about the hunter profession. It's not exactly the same, Sawyer says. Testing other jobs always felt like stepping into someone else's life. But this is more like exploring a parallel universe. Aubrey is silent for a moment, then he pushes his glasses up and disagrees. I can't say I get it. Working inside a game is just weird to me. But what if we look at everyday life as if it were a game? Wouldn't that be fun? Sawyer stops typing and props his chin. Stops trying, Freudian slip, my bad. Sawyer stops typing and props his chin up on one hand. For example, maybe the events of 2034 are just the devs introducing a new season's content. They place wanderers into our world. Or maybe it's just a bug. Aubrey interrupts him and shakes his head. Seriously, when will they fix it? Maybe making wanderers vanish overnight would be suspicious, so they rolled out hunters to cover up the bug fix. Wouldn't that keep us characters from getting suspicious? Yeah, and maybe my boss is an asshole because it's a quest. Hey, my girlfriend is not part of some cover story. But if this world really is a game, Sawyer ignores the protest. Think about it. Waking up is logging in, and sleeping is logging out. When the team leader gives me tasks, the upper left quest panel would mark testing as my main quest. When you ask me to pick up takeout, that's a side quest I can either accept or decline. Running into wanderers could be a random event. If I lose, my character dies and the data doesn't carry over. Quitting is like a character dying, or not. If people return after quitting, that's not really dying and reviving, right? Guys, I kind of love this. I kind of love this analogy. Maybe I go through life tomorrow with this in mind. Maybe that will make my Monday more bearable. Wait, I kind of love this. Aubrey smacks his own forehead. That's like that heart restart technique ever was studying with mice. Can players transfer from other servers? How many servers exist anyways? How many more years can Earth's potato server run before it crashes? Maybe there's a secret admin account inserting GM commands directly into this world. They're so nerdy. It's cute. Lincoln City, 1:02:46 p.m. After submitting the final batch of feedback reports, Sawyer logs into the game again. He and QA Sawyer are exhausted. For these last moments, he lets his in-game character take a break. Wearing the hologram gear, he looks out the virtual floor-to-ceiling window through the perspective of QA Sawyer. He knows the afternoon sunlight is just a rendered effect, yet he still feels slightly dazed. He analyzes the game's details again without thinking. There are the streetlights, traffic, and streams of people. They tested these countless times. Every subtle variation is random and realistic. Even the dust particles drifting through the air are slightly different each time. He can't help but imagine the day Lincoln Online officially releases and how the entire gaming industry, the world, and even the universe itself will tremble. Okay, big guy. At that moment, millions of Lincoln City citizens will pour into this brand new world and start their lives here. And he, as one of the players, will stand among them, part of that vast tapestry. QA Sawyer slowly drifts off, and a series of Z's float above his head. Lincoln Online, 1:35:29 p.m. QA Sawyer finished lunch break, which triggered random nap effect, grogginess. I feel that. QA Aubrey, you're finally awake. What is that? Is it a mark or a wrinkle on your forehead? QA Aubrey, our lunch break is over. Time to get back to testing. QA Sawyer says, got it. Alright, whatever. I'm not reading yeah, it's fine. Ugh, I never want to do QA for a video game ever again. Yeah, I'm sick of testing the hunter profession too. Oh, that's the end. Guys, I don't know what any of this has to do with anything, but I kind of liked the analogy to, like, if we were to treat game if we were to treat life like a game. I think I'm gonna try that tomorrow. Like, I think I'm gonna try to approach my Monday tomorrow as, like, quests. You know? Welcome to the club, neither do we. Oh no, okay, that's good to know. But, like, I thought that was really fun, actually. Like, the way that he said, you know, waking up is logging in, and then going to sleep is logging out, right? I think I'm gonna try to do that for tomorrow. Like, I do something productive, check a quest off. Yeah, maybe my Monday will be less depressing if I think that way. Hi, Rolla, how's it going? Hope you're doing well. Thinking about treating life as a game every time I drive, but okay, not GTA. Not GTA while you're driving, JHP. No. Probably some fourth wall from Infold. That could make sense too. Truthfully, I think this is an Easter egg saying that Infold plans to turn lads into a full-on open world right now. I wish. Yeah, no spoilers, please. Thank you. The gamification of life is what it's called. Oh, that's an actual term? I didn't know that. I didn't know that was an actual term. If you treat life like a game, can you give me money and I'll give you a mystery reward? You think you're funny. You think you're funny. I'm as broke in real life as I am in game. So I guess I'm... Oh man, that's so sad. That's so sad. I'm broke everywhere. True! Where's the pity system in real life? Gamification is great if you have ADHD. It's a common coping technique. Key, are you saying I have ADHD? Like, you're like the 5th person in chat. The fuck? Okay. You're like the 5th person in chat and like the 12th person IRL. Anyways. Man, I forgot how long these World Underneaths are. Like my throat. World Underneath 11. Okay, this is our last World Underneath. And then we have a trailer. Rising Tides? What is that? Did a new thing just drop? Raphael Rising Tides? What is that? Is that a new card? Free? That's my favorite F word. I like the word free more than the word fuck. And y'all know how much I like the word fuck. Sorry, my knee. It's free? Okay. All right, let's do this last one then. 11. Have you been collecting the extra stuff in events? Yes. I click in all the time. I just don't really look at what I'm clicking in. I usually just follow the red dots. Have you been logging into it daily? Every day. I have been so good about logging in. Ever since these last 5 weeks that we've been doing the dates, I've been logging in every day, getting my aroma, 100 diamonds. I've been getting my weeklies. You know, it's man, the dates really fucked me up. Anyways. Okay, 11, Frontline Hunter. Let's do this. Oh wait, am I supposed to get... Oh shit, give me my money. Thank you. Yeah, give me that shit. Okay, 11. Okay. Ooh. I'm kind of feeling this song, guys. Okay. All right, locking in. 1. Hunter Dispatch Center. Beep. Beep. It's the middle of the night at the Hunters Association. In the center of the room, wait. Are we at a supermarket in the background? A supermarket? Okay, it's fine. In the center of the room, a holographic control console displays a 3D map of Lincoln City. A blinking red dot keeps flashing at one spot. Then, a hand reaches out and silences the alert. Lincoln Hunter Dispatch Center. How may I help you? Stay calm. We have your location. Head to the nearest shelter immediately to avoid another Wander attack. Colin? No, it's Colin. Colin, who? Oh, man. Colin. Have I ever met a Colin? No, I don't think so. Colin, who has been a hunter dispatcher for 12 years, handles emergencies like it's nothing. He quickly forwards the incident details to the nearest hunters on the map. Almost immediately, 2 small blue dots on the holographic display begin racing towards the yellow one. A timer appears overhead, 10 precious minutes for the rescue to succeed. Deployed medical teams, hazard alarms, real-time positioning now active. The dispatchers coordinate seamlessly, their hands moving swiftly across an array of holographic screens. Together, they weave an invisible safety net over Lincoln City. Finally, the yellow dot disappears from the map. The countdown stops at 8:27. Excuse me. Colin watches the holographic map return to normal. He sighs in relief. Oh my god. Sorry, for all the burps. He sighs in relief, sorts through the information he collected, and begins drafting his first incident report of the day. How am I not digested already? Like, I'm still burping. Hunter Dispatch Center Incident Report. Case number... I'm not reading that. Incident type, Wander attack. Threat level, C class. Details. A single Wanderer, an elemental subspecies, appeared in the Riverside area of the Imperial Ring District. The target was neutralized and the cleanup crew has been notified. No civilian casualties. Status resolved. Reporting dispatcher Colin. That's a typical day at the Lincoln Hunter Dispatch Center. Okay. 3-man robbery. Okay. 2. 3-man robbery. 6 a.m. Lights remain on around the clock at the dispatch center. Lincoln Hunter Dispatch Center. How may I help? It's a wonder. It's trying to kill us. Hurry! Sorry, it's not funny. The call has barely gone through when frantic screams nearly burst Colin's eardrums. Stay calm and tell me about the situation to the best of your ability, he says as he hits the location tracker. A young man's shaky voice answers. There are 3 of us and an older lady with her groceries. A loud roar drowns him out. Then it's followed by blood-curdling screams. Are you still there? Hello. Hello. Colin calls out to them, but there's only silence. Next to him, the surveillance officer pulls up local traffic feeds. Captain Colin, we've contacted the hunters on patrol. They need approximately 6 minutes to get there. 6 minutes. Colin feels powerless. This is what usually happens, no matter how fast the dispatch center reacts. It still takes time for help to arrive. But Xavier moves at the speed of light. All they can do is provide the hunters with a clear route, and then, no, let me go. Ah! I'm having too much fun with this one. The desperate shreks returning through the speaker make everyone's stomach drop. Their worst nightmare is becoming a reality. Despite having heard these agonized cries countless times before, watching a life slip away in real time is still unsettling. Oh god. I would hate this job, actually. Before a few dispatchers can turn away, gunfire erupts on the other end. The Wanderer lets out one last screech before falling to the ground with a heavy thud. They survived. Oh, thank God. Relieved, Colin glances at the map. He frowns when he notices the 2 blue dots are still too far away to have reached the designated site. The hunters haven't arrived. So who fired the shots? That's it? And you call this a robbery? Luckily for you, I took my gun for maintenance while I was out getting groceries. Otherwise, you'd be in real trouble. A confident female voice shouts. Is that MC? I took my gun out? So, who is this? Robbery? Gun? Colin and his coworker exchange looks of bewilderment. Wait, so it's not even a wanderer? Before they can say anything, panic shouts come over the line again. Ah, ma'am! It's standing back up! Help us! Hurry! What are you doing? Get behind me! More shots ring out, then the wanderer's cry fades. Colin sees the yellow dot on the map disappear. Everyone at the dispatch center stares at one another in astonishment. Moments later, the comms cackle, and that same confident voice returns. Hello? Hunter Dispatch Center? Colin responds immediately. Yes, we're here. Is anyone hurt? No injuries, but we'll need a cleanup crew for the mess. The response is quick. Who is this badass? The Wanderer was an A type. It's already been dealt with. Also, the security department should be dispatched. Is she single? The victims were actually attempting a robbery. Huh? The victims were actually attempting a robbery? Yo, that's insane. They were trying to rob the store when a wanderer showed up, so they called the authorities. I'm dead. I'm dead. Yo, let the wanderers take them. That's insane. That's insane. That's hilarious, actually. Please notify the special task force to investigate. Understood. And you are... Yeah, who are you? The practiced precision in her response has already given him the answer. Sure enough, the seasoned, composed voice on the other end confirms his suspicions. Retired hunter. Former sector Dawn. ID number 10041. Who is that? Who is that? Dawn? Doesn't have anything to do with Zane, right? Hunter Dispatch Center incident report. Case number... whatever. Incident type, wanderer attack. Threat level, C class. Details, 3 young men attempted to rob a woman near a Bloomshore District market when a wanderer, a bestial subspecies appeared. The would-be victim eliminated the wanderer. Oh my god. The actual victim saved the oh no. I'm just gonna be very honest. I don't know if if somebody tried to rob me and I was a hunter and a wanderer showed up, I might just let the wanderers take them. You know? I'm retired. I'm just being real. The would-be victim eliminated the wanderer with her own hunter-grade firearm. The woman was confirmed to be a retired hunter, cleanup is en route, and no civilian injuries were reported. Note: the 3 suspects have been turned over to the authorities for attempted robbery. Status resolved, reporting dispatcher Colin. Colin finishes his report, glances at the clock, and realizes he missed lunch. He grabs a pack of instant noodles and heads to the break room. Noodles again? A colleague drops the latest wanderer activity report in front of him when he returns to his desk. The wanderers have been too active lately. Yeah, it's related to a Deepspace tunnel anomaly or a protocol malfunction. I hear they sent someone to investigate, but who knows what they'll find. His colleague plops into the chair next to him and sips his soy milk. Oh, I love soy milk. Ugh, I told the cafeteria guy I wanted it sugar-free. Who the fuck wants sugar-free soy milk? The more sugar, the better. I'm cutting back on sugar, and this just messed up my diet. Drink water, then! Hey, at least we have a cafeteria. Colin smiles. Colin. Why do I keep saying Colin? Colin smiles. The Alpha team doesn't get that luxury? We don't get that luxury? True, but they're not stuck at a desk all day either, the colleague responds. Man, this colleague sounds like a bitch. Then he pauses, remembering the grueling practical assessments those people endure. Yeah, if you're so fancy pants, why don't you join the Alpha team? Oh wait, you can't, cause you not on my level. Forget it. I guess I should just be the communication device at the dispatch center buzzes again. 3. The counterfeit protocore case. To Colin's surprise, a familiar voice speaks. Hey, Captain Colin, it's me, Orson. Who? An overly ingratiating tone comes through as soon as the call connects. Can you arrest me right now? What? Orson, the Lincoln City Police Department's infamous repeat offender, is known for protocore smuggling. Caught countless times, he's always finding new ways to stir up trouble. Does he know our man Silas? As a dispatcher, Colin usually doesn't deal with criminals directly, but Orson managed to change that when his greed for protocores led him to target live wanderers. Back then, a wanderer had him crawling around like a cornered rat. Desperate, he called the dispatch center for help. Thanks to Colin's quick thinking and precise directions, he survived long enough for the hunters to arrive. Without that, he'd probably be nothing more than a bloody smear under a wanderer's claws. To show his gratitude, Orson gifted Colin a ceremonial banner that had the following: "The voice of salvation, a dispatcher protecting life itself." You little, didn't 5 months in jail teach you anything? Colin feels a vein bulge at the sound of that familiar voice. I swear I'm not smuggling protocores this time. Orson stammers, I'm just selling rock candy? That's all. Is that slang for drugs? Is that slang for drugs, guys? Is that slang for drugs? Orson isn't illegally selling protocores this time. He's making rock candy that looks like protocores. He's making rock candies that look like protocores. Since his buyers don't dare to report him, his scam thrives. Oh, I see. So his customers think that they're buying a protocore, but instead they're just buying candy? Interesting. It's even disrupting the market with cheap prices, but his success doesn't go unnoticed. A crime syndicate involved in protocore smuggling has marked him as a target. Yeah, probably my boyfriend. Orson, you really are a piece of work, Colin says through gritted teeth. Please, Captain Colin, send over a hunter to save me. They've tracked me down and are outside my house with protocore weapons. If they get me, I'm as good as dead. Orson's voice cracks from desperation. What a weenie. As much as Colin wants to ignore him, he knows he can't. Protocore smuggling isn't a minor crime, and dealing with an organized gang armed with protocore weapons is far beyond what a single hunter can handle. Activate the emergency response protocol. Colin states without hesitation. Understood. The surveillance officer's fingers race across the keyboard, and the yellow dot on the holographic map flashes red. The emergency response protocol is a high-level procedure triggered only for threats equivalent to 5 or more wanderers. It requires a coordinated effort of at least 5 hunters. After issuing the order, Colin is worried about whether or not they can gather enough hunters in time. To his surprise, the mission is accepted almost immediately. 2 blue dots light up on the screen, and Colin lets out a sigh of relief. Good. Now we just need 3 more. His words catch in his throat as his eyes widen. The 2 blue dots are charging into the rescue zone. Send a message to intercept them right now. Colin feels his head start to pound. This is clearly a high-level mission. Are they out of their minds? Is one of them Xavier? Or is it Lumiere or whatever? Because I don't even think we need 2 people. He can take 5 on his own. Wait! Excited, the surveillance officer calls out, I think they're from unicorns. Unicorns? Are you sure? Colin whirls around. Every hunter knows about unicorns. They're the best combat unit under the Hunters Association. Yeah, but I still didn't fare so well in that Caleb arc. Known for their unmatched power and fast responses, they specialize in tackling extremely dangerous wanderer incidents that regular hunters can't handle. Colin has never met them, but he heard the stories. Their elite sector is small and notoriously unconventional. One rumor claims a unicorn hunter once blew up an entire subway station just to take down a wanderer. They're definitely not the kind of people he wants to mess with, but right now, that's exactly what he needs. Captain Colin, they're here. Orson's voice crackles through the communication device. He's tense and shaky, but there's only 2 of them. Can they handle this? There are 8 or 9 guys here. Oh. Orson lets out a startled cry as chaos erupts on the other end of the communication device. It's followed by panicked screams. Orson? I remember we were attacked by Wanders once in the subway with Xavier very, very early on, but I don't think he blew it up, right? So it's probably not him. I don't think he blew it up, right? Colin calls out, his voice tinged with urgency, just as everyone is holding their breath. Orson's voice comes through again. Captain Colin, the people you sent are insane. They just showed up and everyone went down. Protocore weapons? They didn't even get a chance to pull them out. Everyone in the... Oh, it's definitely my boyfriend. Everyone in the room collectively sighs in relief. Good. We'll send someone to pick you up. Stay put. Colin frowns. Oh my god. Colin frowns and hears a strange crunching sound from the communication device. Before he can ask, a clear female voice shouts, Xavier, stop eating the evidence. Ah! Wait, so it's MC and Xavier. Stop eating the evidence. I'm dead. Wait, guys, that's so cute. Guys, I kind of like... So, something, like, I don't love how weak MC is in that arc with, Caleb, right? But I love how MC is portrayed here with Xavier. Like, I like how she's portrayed as this badass. Hunter Dispatch Center incident report. Case number something. Incident type protocore smuggling. Fake protocore smuggling. Threat level A class. Details. Shellbank District Orson, a repeat offender with 8 protocore smuggling charges. Bro, 8? You're wasting taxpayer money here. Just put him in jail forever. But, I mean, I guess he's spending taxpayer money in jail as well, but whatever, it's fine. Sought assistance from the dispatch center after facing retaliation from a crime syndicate over his sale of counterfeit protocores that were actually dyed rock candy. The involved criminal organization has been successfully apprehended. Orson, the reporting party, has been handed over to the relevant authorities for investigation of fraud. Note: a portion of the evidence is suspected to have been consumed. That's my boyfriend. Status resolved. Reporting dispatcher Colin. Why is he eating the evidence, guys? Why is he eating the evidence? 4. City Hero. Lincoln's Joyski offers the most comprehensive selection of fresh vegetables and fresh products at affordable prices. Oh, okay, so this is the background picture. Colin steps out of the supermarket. He's holding a steaming box of fried chicken. Great, now I want noodles and fried chicken. He stretches, content. His busy day is finally over, and all he wants to do now is head home and enjoy some well-deserved rest. The supermarket is not far from his apartment. All it takes is a walk through the business district and the plaza. It's rush hour, and many patients are walking with their children. Oh god, my throat's starting to hurt. The setting sun lights up their joyful figures and casts bouncing shadows on the ground. Colin pauses, unable to look away from this heartwarming scene. It's something he hasn't seen in a long time. As a survivor of the 2034 Chrono Rift catastrophe, he, like countless others, knows how hard-won today's peace is. And like many people, he chose to be a guardian of this precious tranquility. Ooh, I like that. But even guardians need rest. At least for tonight, he'll relax. Mommy, there's a lollipop in the sky. As he passes a small fountain, he hears a little girl shouting excitedly to her parents and pointing up at the sky. Colin thinks the child must be imagining candy in the clouds. He glances up at the sky, but that single look makes his blood run cold. A terrifying howl cuts through the air and is followed by the screams of frightened women. For a moment, no one reacts. Then, massive figures emerge from the dust, their bodies covered in jagged black crystals. Oh no. Jenny! A mother in the distance stares in horror as the spot where her daughter stood is covered in rubble. Her legs give out and she falls to the ground. Mommy! A cry rings out. Hope flickers back into the woman's tearful eyes. Ugh. Cough, cough. Colin falls to the ground. He rolls a few times with the girl held tightly in his arms before stopping. As soon as he saw the Wanderers, he dropped his fried chicken. Oh man, that's a hero right there. That's a real hero right there. Dropped his fried chicken and sprinted over to save her. It's a skill level issue. I feel like Xavier would have held on to the chicken and saved the girl. I think it's a skill level issue. A sharp pain shoots through his back. He's dizzy, but you know what, Alice? He's just a dispatcher. Like, this is heroic, you know? Like, Xavier is a hunter, a unicorn hunter at that. So it's a little different, you know? Like, he's doing good work. He's doing good work here. The sharp pain shoots through his back. He's dizzy, but he forces himself to dial a number on his communication device. Hunter Dispatch Center. How may I help? Wanderers at Silver Bay Creek Plaza. There's 3 of them, and they're highly dangerous. Send backup. Captain Colin? Oh man, this poor dude just got off work. You know, like, can't have a moment's peace. The voice on the other end pauses, then it adopts a serious tone. Understood. We'll contact all nearby hunters right now. Roar! Was that convincing? Roar! Roar? Roar, roar. Roar! Okay, whatever. Frustrated, the Wanderers shriek. They're furious that their prey has escaped. Their massive forelimbs, reminiscent of bulldozer blades, dig into the ground. They surge towards them again. Clutching the child to his chest, Colin rolls to the side. The monster's limb sweeps past them. It was close enough to graze his scalp. Oh my god. He shudders as he thinks about what would have happened if he had been a second slower. Boom! A powerful shockwave hurls Colin through the air. His vision darkens and the world spins uncontrollably. When he manages to lift his head, he sees another wanderer towering right in front of him. The ground trembles beneath its cry. Its massive compound eyes glint coldly as they turn downwards. Energy particles gather in its gaping maw. Just a little longer. Colin clenches his fist. He forces himself to stay conscious. Rescue should be here any— Bang! 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 Gunshots ring out in quick succession. Where am I? Like, I'm supposed to be the hero. A beam of light slices through the Wanderer's attack as 2 figures— okay, that's me and Xavier again— as 2 figures leap before Colin. Captain Jenna, we've arrived at the designated location. Jenna is my captain. Colin's eyes snap open at the sound of a clear, authoritative female voice. That's me. I'm hot here. Man, why didn't I didn't like Xavier's MC. I didn't like Xavier's MC, but I love her here. I did not like Xavier's MC in his— was it a myth? But I love him. I love her here. A young man and woman. A good-looking young man and good-looking young woman stand before him. Their movement— don't forget that we're good-looking. Their movements were swift, like shooting stars. Shooting stars, of course. After finishing her report, the female hunter lowers her communication device and briefly checks on Colin, confirming he's unhurt. Unhurt? Did you see my scalp? Not me. Did you see his scalp? His scalp is hurt, man. She raises her weapon again. Let's move, Xavier. Let's go, Zave. Oh, they're so cute. Let's move, Xavier. Without waiting, she dashes forward like an arrow. The male hunter, now a glowing blur, is right behind her. Roar! The wanderer gathers energy particles in its maw again. It's preparing to launch another attack, but the female hunter is faster. She leaps onto the monster— man, nobody would call me fast in real life. She leaps onto the monster's shoulders and fires her gun at point-blank range. Bang! At the same time, her partner's light blade pierces the creature's weak spot. The 2 hunters kill the wanderer before it can deploy its proto-field. Stunned, Colin can only watch in silence. What seemed like a deadly threat moments ago now lies in pieces at their feet. Man! They must be from unicorns. It's not long before the Wanderers are eliminated. As the last one collapses, applause and cheers erupt from the gathering crowds. Don't thank me, guys. I'm just doing my job. Don't thank me. I'm just doing my job. Oh, Colin claps and puts extra effort into it. Let's go, Xavier. The female hunter says to her partner. The young man nods and picks up the hot pot and... I'm so upset I didn't get that card. I am so upset I did not get the hot pot card. I'm so upset. The young man nods and picks up the hot pot ingredients he dropped during the fight. Watching their figures disappear into the distance, Colin suddenly feels that Unicorn's eccentric methods don't seem strange anymore. At least they keep Lincoln City safe. A gentle tug on his sleeve, and you kept Lincoln City safe too. You kept that girl safe until they arrived. A gentle tug on his sleeve interrupts his thoughts. Looking down, he sees the little girl he rescued staring at him. Come here, mister. I want to tell you something. She beckons him closer with a secretive look on her face. Amused, Colin crouches down. What is it? Without warning, the girl throws her arms around him. She's hugging him. Thank you, mister. Thank you for protecting me, she says with a serious expression on her face. Colin watches her skip back to her family. A lump forms in his throat. He lowers his head and rubs his nose to hide his emotions. His gaze falls on the box of fried chicken lying where he had dropped it earlier. The first thing he needs to do is rest properly tonight. I saw 3 heroes in this chapter. He saw 2 heroes, but there were 3. Oh, thank you so much for the raid. We just finished a World Underneath chapter. Thank you so much for the raid. What were you streaming? Guys, this was good. Guys, this was so good. From the ones that we did today, I think this one was my favorite. I think this World Underneath was my favorite. Zay moves. Thank you so much for the raid. If you need to grab food or rest after streaming, feel free to. Thank you again so much for the raid. Thank you. We were playing lads too. So happy to be here. Oh, welcome. More. I'm always so excited when I get raided by other lad streamers on Twitch because I feel like there aren't many. Do you have a main? This one was my favorite, guys. Yeah, this one was my favorite. Raiders, I'm very anti Love and Deepspace spoilers. So if you're not sure where I am in my Love and Deepspace journey yet, just be careful about spoilers. Okay. Oh god, my throat hurts. 3 World Underneaths and my throat hurts. It's crazy. Xavier eating the evidence was so funny. I died when I read it the first time. He is so endearing. Like, he is so endearing. And like, I love, like, I know, guys, I know I say this, like, you shouldn't date your coworker, right? I have a rule against dating coworkers and all that, but I kind of love that they're partners in fights and partners in life. You know what I mean? It's like, it's amazing. I kind of like this dynamic, you know? And I didn't like Xavier's MC at all in, was it Lightseeker or something? I don't remember. But I loved her here, you know? Leaning towards Caleb, but I like a long-haired Xavier and Zane, so I guess I'm a harem fan. Welcome. Oh my god, if we have enough harem girlies, that could just be my own dodgeball team. I am also harem. I'm trying to choose a main, though. But yeah, welcome. The more harem girlies, the better. But yeah, feel free to, get food, rest, whatever you need to do. Thank you again so much for the raid. He's so boyfriend material. That's the problem. I don't see one that's not boyfriend material right now. It's crazy. Xavier was made for long hair. I'm harem. Yeah, Dirty Robin. I think that's like the best place to be. But like, I just need to make more money to be harem, you know? Can't afford it. The joke becomes Alice is dating the concept of the... Yeah. Lightseeker was when they were young. Obviously. Yeah, definitely. They were very young. He was definitely, like, first school crush type vibes. Alice main is the music. True. I love the music in this game. It's actually kind of insane. But yeah, okay, so we did... Oh yeah, let me get this. We did 16, 17, and 11 today. Okay, my thoughts. 16 was fascinating. Like, the research stuff, right? Like, that's fascinating. I'm so interested to see... I mean, like, we kind of already know how 16 plays into the game, right? Because that was kind of like the introduction of the concept of protofields, which I would have really appreciated when I first started the game, but whatever. Better late than never. I understand it now. So I thought that was cool.